maybe your biggest concern, if you had to pick one for the American church right now, what would you pinpoint on that? What would you see?
Yeah, in the broad perspective, they often as Reformed thinkers, we kind of limit the church to our community and our denomination and our affinities. But if you look at the big picture, the church collectively, I think the biggest concern is the attractional model is breaking apart before our eyes.
Yeah.
And what I mean by the attractional model is that, in the 80s, the way to grow a church was youth ministry being the central focus and having a gym and all type of activities that attract the youth. And if you brought the youth, the parents would come. And that was the model in the 80s when I grew up. But
80s, 90s.
80s,
also,
90s,
yeah.
right. And then the model switched to the whole church taking on the youth ministry approach, where the worship of the youth ministry is integrated into the worship collectively with the smokes, the light, the mirrors. And that mega church phenomena that we watched just explode, where these churches grew overnight quickly across the country. They didn't grow through conversion and more Christians coming to the faith. They grew by by attracting the smaller churches' attendance away from the small church attendance to these big mega centers, because they were able to outperform and outproduce the smaller churches with the lights and the mirrors. And I don't mean to be derogatory, but the attractional model functioned and worked successfully as a business plan for many years. But now we're watching, I think COVID led to an exodus from church attendance. And then people are starting to say, hey, there's not much depth. There's not much history. There's not much tradition. It's like, if I just want to be entertained, why even go to church?
Yeah.
And so you see...
Which is a fair question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're seeking to be relevant to the point that you make yourself irrelevant, that's what's happened.
Yeah.
And so I see the rise of Catholicism, like the Catholic Church is growing at a rate that it hasn't in a long time. It's like, why is it growing under all the scandals of the Catholic Church and all the problems, especially with their past pope going woke? Why are they attracting so many new attendees? And I think it's a reaction against, okay, here I've gone to this one church that's fed my senses from this entertainment model. Now I see the shallowness in that, and you see in the Catholic Church kind of a high liturgy, a lot of more reverence, and more substance, and more historicity. That's attraction,
more meaning.
Yeah, but it's still appealing to the senses.